Howdy y'all.
Hi guys.
It's Ryan
And Angela.
from RNA Music.
That's right.
Your favorite mom and pop music lesson studio and guitar shop deep in the heart of Texas. That's where we're at.
Yep.
Right now it's time for episode 343 of Ask Angela All Your Questions.
All the questions.
And also me sometimes answer questions. All right, so let's get right to it.
Okay.
Welcome back, y'all. If you are new here, I'm Ryan.
And I'm Angela.
We have a little music lesson studio and small guitar shop in a small town in small Texas is not small.
Yeah.
East Texas. But we live in a
Right.
small town, East Texas. We teach music lessons. My chair's all squeaky. It wasn't squeaking earlier today.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know why. It only squeaks
It's annoying.
during Ask RNA. Need a new chair. Anyways, we teach music lessons and we sell guitars and picks and sticks and things and I don't know what.
All kinds of stuff.
Something. And anyways, we've been answering FAQ style questions for a couple years now.
Yeah.
Questions about owning a business, starting a business, living in Texas, what kind of wildlife you have to fight off to survive in Texas. How many belt buckles is enough belt buckles?
A lot of bell buckles.
You know, favorite guitars, stuff like that. We're here to do that again today. Episode 343. So, if you're new here, please subscribe. If you're interested in some Swaggity Swag, you got a shirt on?
Yeah.
You do have a shirt. An RNA Music shirt. Get you some link down in the description. Get you an RNA Music t-shirt if you want. Sport some merch from a little bitty mom and pop music shop in the middle of Texas. And now we're going to answer questions. So,
Okay,
first question, Terry Starks, hashtag Big Mama Thornton. Question, where has the BitterBassMan gone? Question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. Thanks, y'all, for a great show. Ryan, I've kind of been out of the loop, but was there a NAMM this year? And if so, what have you heard? Give us the pert dirt, please. All right. Where's the BitterBassMan?
I don't know.
He's been at work.
I guess.
He doesn't come over anymore. He knows when we
Does he
film.
ever?
No.
Did he ever come over? Oh,
He would come over sometimes while we were filming.
Yeah.
He's busy working. I mean, you see him every week.
Yeah.
I see him every week. I mean, we see him all the time.
Yeah.
Not all the time.
Not almost.
We see him at least once a week.
Yeah.
He's busy. I know. Working hard on the new single. So the next single from Awkward Pause is getting mixed and all that stuff. So you'll see some updates on that.
Yep.
Our little project me and Paul have together. New song coming out pretty soon. This
Right.
one's more like, I don't know what it's like.
I don't either. All right.
It's different. Anyways, he's around. He doesn't like to do social media. He does Facebook a little bit, but I've tried to get him to make videos about bass and music stuff and even to promote Awkward Pause. But he's like, no, I'll let you do the social media.
Yeah.
So he's around.
Oh.
Yeah, there you go. He's around. I don't think there was a NAMM. I think it kept getting postponed and pushed back. I believe.
Yeah.
And I haven't been to a NAMM in person in several years, so
Right.
you know. But supposedly, I think it's getting pushed back.
Scratchy.
I don't know, and I think summer has been canceled altogether. But who knows? Things seem to have suddenly stopped being such a big deal. Seems like, I don't know. Well, in Texas, anyways.
Yeah. It's always been that way.
Maybe next year it'll be back. Who knows?
Right.
We'll see. Thanks for question, Terry. Next question, Ronan67, hashtag belt buckle. Angela, in your opinion, who do you think was the best singer in any genre that put the best live show performance? Because we all know a lot can be fixed in the studio to cover up some of those issues.
Truth.
Yeah, so who actually can nail it live?
Ooh, I don't know.
Angela, vocally.
Y'all ask me questions about concerts all the time. I've never really been to a concert. So that wasn't my thing ever.
You've been to one concert.
Yes, 25 years ago.
You've been to 2 concerts.
Oh yeah. Alter Bridge and
Alter Bridge.
2 bands that he
and
likes.
Evanescence.
Yeah. And Evanescence.
How did Amy do? How did Amy Lee do live? In
She did
Evanescence?
great. She sounded just like the record.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, it was. It was exactly like the record. She performed really, really well live. So I honestly don't know. All I've seen out of concerts is through television. So,
and sometimes
that's not my forte. I would like to go to concerts that I like, but I don't know. So I couldn't tell you honestly who would be the put on live shows. I couldn't tell you. I can assume that Celine Dion is somebody because she's always sold out. She's always sold out. I don't know how Whitney Houston, I think towards the last 10 years of her career, she kind of went downhill. So she stopped performing live because she didn't sound as great live like she used to. So I don't know what she was like in the 80s when she was dancing with somebody, so I really don't know. But right now, all I can think of, and Kelly Clarkson is just as good live. Josh Groban is just as good live as he is on the records. So those are the only that I've seen kind of behind the scenes, listening to them just off the cuff performing something, just not having any time to be edited. It's just them. So
live TV performances are pretty good. Now, you buy these like DVDs of the concert. Mm-hmm. There can be a lot of stuff fixed in post-production.
It's coming through the sound booth.
A live concert DVD. Right. They can go back and retouch that stuff up. Even your favorite live at blah, blah, blah album is like they fix some stuff. Still through
something. So, I don't know.
But live TV is hard to fake.
Yeah, it is. Mm-hmm.
Vocally. I mean, if it's really them singing.
Mm-hmm. During the pandemic, Josh Groban had a concert that was like right towards the end when New York opened up for the first time with performances, and it was like with a very small group. It was already sold out before it happened, so he allowed like certain people that wanted to be there, and it was really good. But again, like it was later released, so it wasn't like a live feed. So I don't know. But he did, like, through the whole lockdown, sang in his shower. Like, he sang
to his phone.
Yeah, he was, like, sitting on the floor in his shower because the acoustics were really good. And people would ask him, hey, sing this. And he would go live every day on Instagram for months and just sing songs in the shower that people liked to hear him sing. It was hilarious. He has a great sense of humor, too, so...
He does. Mm-hmm. Next question, also Ronan67, hashtag belt buckle. Ryan, any recommendations for a practice amp? I have a head, cab, pedal setup, but kind of looking for something simple to plug and play, maybe a verb or distortion overdrive in front occasionally. Would prefer to stay away from modeling amps. Tube or solid state are fine, don't need high wattage. So if tube, 10 or less, and if solid state, probably no more than 35 to 40, if that much. Practice amp that maybe plug in a verb and overdrive.
Concise.
You wasn't concise on the vocal blah blah blah. Whoever live thing. He said no modeling amp, so that makes a little difference. I'm just like everybody else. I tend to recommend the Katana for like a practice amp because it's got all that junk built into it.
Right.
And for like a little practice amp, I mean, I have one at home that if I want to practice something at home, just quick and I use that Katana. It's not what I want to play on all the time if I'm really gonna have a long rehearsal or something. Was that we had a little Fender amp here, little Fender tube amp that was like a volume and a tone. That was one of my students that I was selling for him. I forget what it was, but something like that. If you want a tube, just like Class A volume, tone, and you're gonna plug some pedals into it, that would probably get you a really good sound. Personally, man, we sell quite a few of the little Crush orange amplifiers. The Crush, like the CR12, CR20s. Those are great. The little CR20s from Crush, solid state, great little practice amp. So I can recommend those because I actually have experience with them. I have a Fender Super Champ XD, which has got some built-in digital stuff, but it is a tube amp. I like it quite a bit because it's small and compact, but because it's tube, it sounds really good. The clean channel sounds great, and if you want to bypass all of their built-in reverb and all of their digital effects that are built-in crap, I used to use it, just the clean channel in that little guy, and run my pedals into it, and it was great. And we don't sell Fenders, so take that with you will, but that's a great little amp too. Open to suggestions down below. You guys leave your suggestions. I know you're not really wanting modeling, but the little Super Champ is a good one because I like the tube tone. You can replace the 10-inch speaker with like a Celestian 10-inch speaker, and it's really supposed to make it pop. I haven't done that yet, but blah, blah, blah. Concise. All right. Thank you, Ronan67. Next question. Jack the Rabbit. Concise. I don't have any pets, but my sister has 2 cats, a big orange and white male Maine Coon named Bubby, or Bubs, who I call Little Chicken. Smaller female calico named Persia, who I call Monkey too. Our son would be really jealous because Nicholas wants a Maine Coon. He has to settle for a little gray tabby though. Hashtag belt buckle. I've never heard of egg, but what a funny and memorable name. Question for next time. Has any of your students ever requested to learn a Jack the Rabbit song? If so, I'll send you the lead sheet. Haha. Oh, that was the question. Yeah. No, Jack the Rabbit. None of our students have ever asked to learn a Jack the Rabbit song.
Yeah.
So far, none yet.
No.
Have any of yours asked?
Mm-mm.
No, none of mine. Maybe in the future. But if anybody does, I would love to have the lead sheet.
For sure.
I hate having to create lead sheets on my own for students. I go hunt down and find some, and usually they're 80% right, and I got to fix them. And every now and then I've had to create one from scratch. I'm like, oh my gosh.
So yes, that would be great.
That would be amazing.
Lead sheets. That'd be awesome.
Thank you, Jack the Rabbit. And that leads us to, speaking of songs, comment of the day.
Comment of the day. Comment of the day. Yeah.
Comment of the day is where Angela and I are going to write a song on the spot for you guys and girls. Immediately, without any prior rehearsal or forethought, we provide the music and melody. You guys and girls provide the lyrics. It's comment of the day song. Okay. I know what I'm going to do now.
Mr. Wailing Guitar, the heavy knuckle cracking nearly spoiled my sunglasses. Brilliant. There's not much I'm going to do with that.
I don't know. Well, it was not the same old, was it?
No.
It was not.
That was good.
Oh, yeah. Comment of the day. Mr. Wailing Guitar. The Hetfield knuckle cracking nearly soiled myself laughing. Brilliant.
Yes.
You may have noticed when we have the knee slaps or the claps, there's Mr. James likes to join in and accentuate that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't normally pop my knuckles on video, but last week, for some reason, I was...
Yeah.
They're all popped out now, but
right.
I thought, it'd be funny if I put a little in there, like very low, not normal volume. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I laughed. It made me laugh. So I'm glad, Mr. Wailing Guitar, it made you laugh. Because I thoroughly enjoyed myself adding that in there. So Angela didn't even know.
Yeah.
She doesn't watch these after the fact. Sometimes if we not live stream it, but it's sometimes if we do a premiere, and we're kind of in the comment section with you guys as the video is being published for the first time and having a little live chatting while it's playing. Sometimes you watch it then, but in general. So hope you enjoyed comment of the day. Next question, Carl Kreutzer, hashtag belt buckle. What happened to those old-time great guitar riffs? Question, Ryan, list your top favorite guitar riffs, as many as you want to list. As many as I want.
Nope.
Ooh. Angela, what is the best melody, singing or otherwise, that you've heard? Best melody you've ever heard?
Go ahead and name your guitar riffs.
There's too many to name Kirkle Kreutzer, but I will start with Master of Puppets. Amazing riff. Cowboys from Hades by Pantera. Amazing riff. Mouth for War. Amazing riff. Pantera. Walk by Pantera. Rock and Roll, Led Zeppelin. The Rain Song. Not the Rain Song. That's also great too. What was that? The Ocean. That's so good. The Led Zeppelin. Back in Black, AC/DC. Oh man, I forgot the name of it. What's the name of it? Oh, Paradise City. Yeah, that's right. Take me down, Paradise City. The main little riff to Paradise City. I like that one. I don't know. Almost all the Metallica riffs from And Justice for All and Master of Puppets. Sad but true. That one's a good one.
Yeah.
So many, I can't name them all. All the riffs.
No, that's hard. I don't know what the best melody I've ever heard.
What's in a melody that gives you chills when you hear it? Besides the Star Wars theme music to Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think of melody. Just like, I don't know. That's interesting to say. I don't know. Nothing pops up in my head.
Moonlight Sonata.
I guess. I mean, it's nice, but it's not like, oh my gosh. I don't know. I just love it. I don't.
Colors of the Wind, Pocahontas.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. There you go. I'll pick that one.
I know what your favorite melody is.
Which one is it?
The Godfather theme.
Yeah. Well, it's just, I don't know why it's stuck in my head. It's just something that I revert to in my quiet time. I hum the Godfather theme.
I feel like that's the answer.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. I mean, if it's stuck in your head, never gone, when you're trying to find peace in your life and assassinate someone.
I think of horse heads and beds.
Yeah. You think of...
Or,
calling your favorite Italian from Colorado to come take care of somebody.
Yeah.
So, I know a guy.
When I'm just in my own zone and I'm deep in thought, the first melody that pops in my head is the Godfather theme. There you go.
Yeah, that's the answer.
That or Killing Me Softly. Yeah. Like the Fugees version. Not the Roberta Flack version.
Right. Yeah. Oh, Crazy Train. Crap, forgot about Crazy Train. That's up there on the riffs. All right. Thank you, Kirkle Kreutzer. Great question, man. So many. Or down below, everybody list your top 5 favorite riffs that you love. And your favorite melody of all time, ever. All time. Number 1. You can't be 7. There's got to be one most epic melody.
Yeah, just one.
Tell us what it is.
He gets to name all the ones he did.
He said as many riffs as possible. He asked you what's the best melody. It's not my fault. That's how Kirkle Kreutzer asked the question.
Yeah.
Next question. Walking Dead, 1369. Hashtag belt buckle. Hashtag your Red October. Read a coder. You're a decoder. You're a decoder. Good God. Talking about last Walking Dead, epic legend made it to the end of the video. In North Dakota? South Dakota. I was like, you're ring decoder. I just remembered
You're a decoder.
I was trying to read it. You're a decoder. Walking Dead made it to the end. To the secret post-credit scenes. Super legend. Who was the best horror movie villain? Michael Myers, Jason Voorhees, Freddy Krueger. Yeah, I really have nothing this week, so if you get flooded, I won't feel bad if you drop this one. LOL. Well, we're not flooded. Very few questions. We're being concise. Thank you for the question, Walking Dead. See, our amazing drum student, Brianna, has an answer to this because she loves a specific horror villain. I think Paul, the BitterBassMan, would have an opinion because he is a horror movie aficionado. That was the word I was looking for. Other than nerd.
Yeah, he's an aficionado.
Do you like horror movies?
No.
Do I like horror movies?
Mm-mm.
Alien. The Alien is the best horror movie villain.
Well, what is it called? It's not called Alien.
Xenomorph. Xenomorph. Well, the name of the movie is Alien.
Mm-hmm. So. Okay, which one? Michael, Jason, or Freddy?
The best horror movie villain. I don't know that I think I've actually watched the first, what was it, Friday the 13th movie?
Mm-hmm.
Is that Jason Voorhees?
Mm-hmm.
I think I watched the very first one that came out one time. I was like, all right, what's all the hype about? I was like, It was no Jaws. Jaws.
Yeah, it's kind of just, oh, run. Don't go in there.
Yeah.
There he is.
I would
machete.
I would probably say Freddy, because the whole like
in your dreams
when you fall asleep.
Yeah.
You know, like the other two guys are basically just zombies.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah, they are. They
you
have
know,
to be.
Michael Myers, Jason Voorhees.
At the end of the
they're
day,
just essential
some really
zombies.
slow walking.
Zombies, basically, is what they are.
Yeah. Michael's creepier though. I think Michael's creepier.
I don't know that I've ever watched.
He just stands there and just stares.
He'll
be like across the street.
You could just run.
He'll be in your like kitchen window. He'll be like, you know, at the back of a movie theater. He just stands there, and then it's just, and he walks. He's just like, just walking, and people are like, ah.
That's Halloween, right?
Yes, get a car, run him over. Like, why are we doing this? Like,
shoot him.
Drop an Acme brick on his head. I don't know. He's going so slow. Like, how are y'all not catching this dude? So annoying. But Freddy Krueger.
Yeah. Dream manipulation.
He's basically a demon.
Right.
He's not real anymore. He operates outside the realm of reality. And that is scarier. Because...
Yeah.
You know, that whole scene in the very first one, whenever his hands come up out of the bed and grab the guy or the girl, and just Johnny Depp is in that one.
I've never watched an entire.
I tried to watch it, but I was like, change the channel, change it back, change the channel, change it back.
I don't need that kind of fear in my life.
It scared the crap out. I was probably like 10 years old when I watched the first one.
Yeah.
Not good.
Dracula, so much more evil than all of them. I mean,
yes,
really.
but like the old Dracula movies were not. He was more like a ladies' man. Like, look into my eyes, you know. Anyways, I would say Freddy.
Yeah, I'd say Freddy. What do you guys think? And girls, tell us down below. Best horror movie villain of those three specifically.
And I could say Paul going, I mean, are they villains or just misunderstood?
Yeah. That's what Paul would say.
That's exactly.
They're not really
They're
villains.
not villains.
They're the heroes.
They're trying to exact revenge on the people who wronged them in their previous life.
So they're really just Avengers.
Yeah, they are. They're Hell's Avengers.
Yeah. That's what the BitterBassMan would say.
Yes.
Final question. Just fun guitar. # belt buckle. I have a Red Hot Chili Pepper belt buckle. What is the most common song that you both get asked to teach? Okay. If you're wondering what the belt buckle is about, we had a question last week about belt buckles. Fact or fiction, giant Texas belt buckles. And I was like, it's not as big as, it's not that big of a deal. And just like, fact. And she's kind of right. Case in point, my one student who has a belt buckle of size, out of 70 students, my one, she doesn't just have one belt buckle. She has 45 belt buckles. So many belt buckles, she has a trophy display case for the said belt buckles because she's kind of a rodeo, champion.
Mm-hmm.
Little Maddie.
She's a queen.
She's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
She's taking guitar lessons with her two brothers. They're all, two brothers and a sister. They're all taking guitar lessons. So she's a little bit of a, she kind of laughed. It was like weird. I was telling her and her mom, her brother and her mom were here this last week. I was like, hey, we had a question about belt buckles and here's what we said. And they just started laughing. She's like, look at my belt buckle. She's like, show me your belt buckle.
She was wearing one.
She had one on.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, here's a picture of my trophy case. And I'm like, how many do you got though? I'm like, how many? She's like, 4 45. I was like, 15? She's like, 45. I'm like, 45 belt buckles.
Mm-hmm.
Crap. So, yeah. Oh, wasn't there a question? Oh, there was one more question I forgot to add on there. Dang it. How did I miss that? There was a question about Tractor Supply. If you get belt buckles at Tractor Supply.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot that one. All right. Anyways. Just fun guitar. Belt buckles. What is the most common song that you both get asked to teach?
Vocally, Barracuda.
Mm.
Yeah, I usually have at least, every other vocal student wants to learn Barracuda. Because that is, to be able to sing that and sustain that for the whole entire song and not sound pitchy is an accomplishment for vocalists. So
it's kind of a look at me song.
Yeah, it is.
Something to be proud of if you can nail it.
Because she hits it. It's like that high, it's like constant over the whole song. So that's mine. What's yours?
Most common. That's a tough one. That's usually as silly as it sounds. I'm gonna say like a 3-way tie. There's a fair amount of Smells Like Teen Spirit. Still.
Over the years, yeah.
After all this time. A fair amount of that. There's a reasonable amount of Back in Black by AC/DC, which I am more than happy to teach. I don't get tired of that. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna show you Back in Black. It's kind of the song, man. People are like, hey, do you know how to play Back in Black? Yes, of course. Like kids, like 12-year-olds, like, hey, do you know that song? It's on the Iron Man back in thing. It's Back in Black. Yeah, yes. And there's a reasonable amount of Stairway to Heaven. Shockingly enough, again, from like young ladies, young girls.
It's a pretty song.
Yeah, it's kind of it's again one of those like, do you know how to play that? Like, hey, can you play Stairway? It's a little something to be proud of, I think, if you learn it. Trying to think of like consistently, like more than one student has asked to learn.
Right.
Surprised the number of times Inner Sandman has come up. Actually, not as many times as the other songs, but yeah, those are the ones probably, which is fine. I think, man, what is up with preteen kiddos today? What are they, tweens? Is that what they call them? Young kids like digging deep into the. Oh, I've had a lot of kids ask lately to learn Paranoid by Black Sabbath, like more than one. Like I didn't even talk to them or encourage them. It was just like, Paranoid? Like, hey, yeah, that's a good one. It's pretty easy. So, crazy. Black Sabbath, AC/DC, Led Zeppelin.
Yeah.
Nirvana. Trying to think of any others.
Yep.
There's a lot of varied stuff, but, where the overlap is, it's interesting to me that it's the classic rock kind of stuff. Hardly any Guns N' Roses. I find interesting.
No one listens to that.
Well,
not anymore.
Yeah. Is it weird that the kids are in like the 70s and early 80s rock?
That's cool. It's coming back to where people are starting listening in 70s decor, 70s style, roller skates, bell bottoms. It's all coming back. It's all popular right
Stuff that's in Marvel movies. I mean, like, there's, in Thor, there was a, immigrant song. In fact, that Thor song?
Yep.
Yep.
Everything 70s and like late mid 90s is coming back, the style. Yeah. Of course, that was a mock-up of the 70s, so it's like a crossover because that little crop top and the bell-bottom look was in the 90s as well because we were trying to bring back our parents' look.
70s are the
now they're bringing back their grandparents' look, and some of us are grandparents to some of the kids. Their look. Oh Lord. Thus that lived in the 1900s that they're referring.
You were saying those of us that lived in the 1900s?
Yes, that's what they refer to it now. That's sort of like, so in the 1900s, whenever you were a kid.
Did you have color TV? You've had some kid ask you that.
Yeah, I've had lots of kids ask me that. Mm-hmm.
I'm like, Joker, when do you think color TV was
I had one kid
invented?
ask me, "Did you have cartoons when you were a kid?" I'm like, "Yeah, my dad had cartoons when he was a kid." Well, like Tom and Jerry was my dad's cartoon.
Yeah, Mickey Mouse was like when did Mickey Mouse come out?
Yeah,
like
Mickey Mouse, Tom and Jerry, Woody Woodpecker, all that stuff. That's like when he started talking about Alvin and the Chipmunks. Now that even that was in the 70s, like their first one, Christmas. That was like
kids
70s.
kids today.
Scooby Doo, that's 70s too.
Get off my yard.
So,
Yeah,
anyways,
kids.
but yeah, lots of kids are starting to reflect back to the 70s and like that stuff. You know, they're doing that 90s show, like the 70s show. It's going to be the 90s.
Can I be in it?
I know.
We have
It's
Jinkos
like,
and flannel.
that'll be interesting. Oh gosh, I feel so old.
Jinkos and flannel and grunge.
Yeah.
And angst.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Tell you what,
It'll be great because the whole grunge era.
Gen X, that's what's up.
We rock.
I love the memes. You see the memes? They're like, boomers and millennials. And what's now? Millennials are like 30-year-olds.
Mhm.
Like 30-year-olds. What's
Oh,
under millennials? Gen Zs.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All these kids. They're like, Gen Xers are like
And then it's like Gen Omegas or something like
smoking
that.
our cigarettes and be like, y'all, stupid.
Yeah, we're the blunt, crazy ones.
Can you imagine? Well, I was going to say when Gen X runs the world, but it's like we're pretty close to it. Like when we're the old people.
Oh, I know. It's going to be rough for the young people.
When the Gen
Like,
Xers are 70, like 20 years from now. Crap. I mean, 30 years from now.
yeah, 30.
30 years from now when we're in our 70s, like,
Well, it depends on what end of the Gen X you're talking about.
Yeah.
Because some Gen Xers are in their 50s.
Yeah.
So, because Gen X, I think, starts in like 68 or 70 or something
Yeah,
like
that's
that.
right. Yeah. It goes to like
Until 80.
80? Like
Mhm.
79 or 80.
Mm-hmm. Depends on who you ask.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be like, well, not 20 years, but that's.
I don't think we get our feelings hurt as much.
No.
You guys, my God.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, all right. Thank you guys for all the questions. That was the final question, and now it's time for secret hashtag of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Walking Dead's gonna get it because he even goes to the end of the video. So if you watch this entire video, which is a short one today, I'm really excited about this. Fantastic, short, concise, makes life easy for me on the editing. If you watch this in the whole entire video, get a secret hashtag, type it with your question and comment for next week, and we'll know you watched the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
And all the other super legends who also read the comments will know, oh, you're a legend.
Right.
That's what's up, Jack the Rabbit. That's what's up, Ronan67. That's what's up, Terry Starks.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's up, Walking Dead.
Mm-hmm.
And the secret hashtag of the day is hashtag
Gen X rocks.
I'm not going to agree with that, but what if people watching aren't Gen Xers and they're like,
I think most of the people on here are Gen Xers.
probably pretty close. Gen X rocks. Gen X rocks.
Gen X rocks.
You're not
So do
lying.
boomers. So do boomers.
Gen
X rocks.
some of my favorite musicians are boomers.
Mm-hmm.
Boomer singers.
I love boomers. I love me some boomers. They're built for tough.
Right?
talking about taking off your chancla and popping you upside the head.
Man.
That's some boomer stuff.
Your
Right
dad
there.
is about to turn 75.
Yes.
Papa Mitch is about to be 75.
Yes. he
Papa
is.
Mitch has seen some stuff.
Yeah, and he still likes people, so that says a lot about him.
Yeah. He's been through some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
He's like kids these days complaining.
I know.
What are you complaining about?
Shut up.
Shut
up.
Shut up.
Hashtag.
Hashtag shut
Shut
up.
up. Shit.
Ask us a question for next week. We'll try to answer it. Leave a comment that's appropriately linked to make it into a song, and it might get used. And we'll see you in the next video. Until then, keep the music alive.
Don't forget it.
The music needs you.
And you need the music.
And we need to keep the music alive for the next generation AA.
That's right.
Generation Double B.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Whatever's happening.
I have
next.
no idea. Mm.
Generation Jesus.
Well, the very last one, I think, is the kids that are 10 years old and younger, or Generation Omega.
They're Omega.
Mm-hmm. Alpha and Omega.
That's not foreboding at all.
I know. So
The
they're
Omega
like, why did we get Omega?
Why are we calling it that?
I don't know.
That's the end, y'all.
I mean, we thought that about calling us Gen X. We're like, why? Because X marks the spot, son.
I know that's right.
Yeah.
That X is where the treasure is.
Hashtag walk on, boy.
Walk on home, boy. Respect.
Yes. Mm-hmm. That's right. I'm so tired.
Me too.
It's like I need sustenance or something.
Tacos.
No, it's too late.
It's never too late for tacos.